Hi, thanks for watching. I wanted to do a quick follow-up review on my NYX Roberts in Predator Orange, which are the 8-inch version here. I've done a previous unboxing version, but I thought I'd include my other Roberts as well, just for a comparison. There's a few differences. Obviously the main one that you can see right here is the height, but there's a couple of other differences that I just thought I'd show you. You know, if you're sort of looking at a pair of boots and trying to decide between a couple of features, I'll go through a couple and try and touch on them all. So this one here is about 5 months old. I've worn them for about 4.5 months, I suppose, out of that time. They were my everyday boot up until just really most recently. I just haven't had the need to wear boots as much as what I was prior. So this is what they look like after that time. They're starting to develop a pretty nice patina in the leather. Some nice shiny spots, rub spots, where my jeans have sort of been sitting. Take you through specifications for the boot. So it's an 8-inch boot, like I said. It's got a standard top as opposed to this one here with a roll top. It has a pull loop, which I wanted. It's got brass hardware along the side here, also on the eyelets, I should say. It's a logger heel rather than a dogger heel, which means it's kind of basically just been cut in, inverted a little bit. It has a toe cap, which doesn't come as standard, and it also has a Celastic toe insert as well to give the toe a bit more structure, so it's quite firm. It's not a safety toe, but it's still gives it a bit of structure, or added structure. And I've also got a V-bar sole. I was originally going to get the mini lug, but decided for the V-bar because, I don't know, I kind of had these ones at the time and they were a V-bar and I was really happy with them. So I just decided to flip to get the V-bar. Now, these ones here are a 6-inch Robert, so 2 inches smaller, or shorter, I should say, than my ones in Predator Orange. These ones are a brown waxed flesh. I didn't order these custom. I was impatient waiting for these ones, and I ordered these from the ready to ship section. So these are a brown waxed flesh. The brown waxed flesh, if I could just describe it as best as possible, would be like a rough out boot, a rough out textured boot that's been treated with a bit of, or like a wax of some sort, to give it that really waxy colour. So when you first get them, they pretty well look like the shiniest part of the image that you see here. And then over time, they will start to, as that wax starts to wear off or rub off, it kind of basically just brushes the rough out part of the boot, which gives it that really nice texture and that really nice patina. Again, I said that before, but I'll just cover it again. So this is a rolled top as opposed to the standard straight cut. Brass hardware came standard. Pull loop, which 6-inch boot with a pull loop. I don't mind it. It's handy at times, but would I get it myself? Yeah, maybe. I don't mind. It's okay. V-bar heel, same as the other one, and a V-bar sole and dogger heel as opposed to the logger heel. So for comparison, I've had a few people asking me what's the difference between a logger and a dogger. That's the difference. Dogger, logger. Logger's kind of inverted, been sanded that way. The dogger is kind of just more your traditional rounded heel. For some reason, I'm not sure why, but they put a different heel base on this one than they did on this one. No idea why. This one's a softer rubber, which I prefer. This one's a harder rubber, which I don't really care, but look, if I had a preference, I'd choose the softer rubber just because it's a little bit nicer, a little bit more cushioned. You can kind of hear, people can hear you when you're walking, particularly on like a hard surface on these ones, as opposed to these ones. But doesn't bother me, but just a slight difference that I noticed when I got the boots. In terms of my sizing, I had done a previous review on a set of Builder Pros, and on those particular Builder Pros, I went down half a size for my Brannock size. So my Brannock size is an 11D exactly. I've been digitally measured. I went down half a size on my Builder Pros. Now the reason why I did that is because Nix told me to, or suggested to, based on their website. But I also did that deliberately to compensate for the steel toe that is in my Builder Pros. Now with these, I decided to go, well, I'd ordered these, I'd had them in a 10.5, and then I'd ordered these on the ready to ship section in a size 10, so a full size down from my Brannock size and a slight size up in my width. So these are actually a 10E and a 10E. And I got these, I was really happy with the size 10. You know, there's a lot of guys who get a little bit stressed out about, and girls get stressed out about their sizing, and you know, you're sort of investing a fair amount of money into a pair of boots. You want to make sure it's right, particularly if you're overseas, and particularly if you've got to wait for a long time. So you really want to get it right. So my advice would be, either would be fine, is in my opinion. So if you were going a steel toe, like I said, I'd probably go half a size just to give yourself some rub room. I mean, you're not going to break a steel toe, it's not going to move, so you want to make sure that it's not going to hurt you. With these ones here, I would say either way. I mean, the only difference between a size 10 and a size 10.5 is a thick pair of socks, in my opinion. I wear just a standard cotton sock with these. I could put a thick boot sock in them if I wished, or if I'd like to. But yeah, that's the difference between a pair of boots, or the half size I've noticed is just a thick pair of socks. So if you think, oh, I've made the wrong decision, I wouldn't get too stressed about it. But my preference as it is and as it stands at the moment with these is a full size down from my Brannock. Just trying to think if there was any other questions that I had come up in recent times about these boots, but look, I'm really happy with them. I don't think I'll be going out and rushing to buy another pair. I'm, you know, happy with the dark pair, happy with the lighter pair. The patina is probably the most attractive thing with both of these boots. They're a really nice looking boot. These took a little bit longer to get to this point, whereas these ones kind of looked, you know, pretty spectacular straight out of the box, and even within the first week, they just looked really, really good. The leather's got some really nice grainy texture to it. It's nice. It's very, very thick. Very good quality. It's an exceptional boot. I think you could wear them for work. You could wear them, you know, out, whatever you want. You know, they're just a really good quality boot that's going to stand the test of time, and they'll last you a long, long time. So, you know, I certainly think that they're worth the investment, and I've been very happy. If there's any questions, please send me questions. If you're happy and you like the video, like it, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot of things I need to review. I just haven't had the time of late, so I thought I'd just take a few minutes and review these. And again, any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.